Today's broadcast is brought to you by... I got nothing, man. I am Tony Kaz. Right next to me, we got the amazing and funny Kevin Neary.
Thank you, sir.
Right below me is the ever torturous, sparklicious, Sparky Nealon.
Don't worry, this episode's gonna be even more torturous.
I know, man. I'm still flustered from this freaking DC thing, man. I don't know. I got nothing on the,
You made it ruin your evening.
It ruined my evening. Ruined. Like, you're absolutely ruined. It's like I'm watching Stargirl all over again.
It's like asking the hottest girl in school to go to the prom and you realize it's your sister.
Oh, come on, Sparky. That only happened once.
If she's the hottest girl in school, you'd still do it then, you know.
That only happened once, and it was for a formal, okay?
Tony, it seems like Stargirl is your fun game.
Oh my God, man, it's so horrible. Like,
like you keep going back to. I mean, man, that I could only stomach.
And here's the thing, man. I love train wrecks. I love a good train wreck. I love watching it. I love watching a good train wreck and choo choo. I know the train's on the tracks, man. I know it's there. I see the train a coming. It's a beeping.
Train's beeping.
It's the only show. All the other shows are in repeats, reruns. There's no sports. So
there ain't shit going on, man. Yeah, there ain't shit going on.
There was NASCAR today, Sparky. Did you check out Talladega?
Yeah.
I watched 5 laps of the last 15. I couldn't even finish it. It was just almost unbearably unwatchable. They made ever since they messed with the fuel cell. Here you got guys starting to pit when there's 8 laps left. So I know. The way that they had the lap set compared to the car setup, when you change the fuel cell in said cars around the year 2002, the competition level was supposed to be better because they said, oh, well, all the cars are going to come together a lot faster this way. Instead, they just grow further apart. It's like when they tried, when the NBA tried shortening up the 3-point line for higher scoring and more exciting games.
Yeah.
Didn't work out like that. People would get a little bit of a lead and they would slow the ball down to the point where you had games that were 69-65 on a daily basis. And the NBA is like, oh, crap, this didn't work out. Sometimes, what I'm trying to say is sometimes when they change the rules up on certain things, it just isn't the same product after all.
Well, sports betting took a huge toll on that when they moved the 3-point line.
Yeah, the over-under. Well, but the under again. Why not?
Yeah.
Look at that. The under came in, several times in a row.
A lot.
Well, the NBA is trying to get back in action. The NFL is trying to get going again. The Phillies had the coronavirus. I mean, it's a little bit of an insane world that we live in right now, currently with sports. But the guys are still allowed to go round and round on the track, which is fine. Did you see the?
Explain to me, because I'm not really a NASCAR fan. I don't watch NASCAR.
Okay.
But explain to me about the noose situation.
Oh yeah. I guess Bubba Wallace, right? He's the only African American racer right now in NASCAR. There have been others, but didn't really last so long. They might have some in the ARCA series or whatever. It's a slight difference in color, skin. It doesn't really matter. He's still a pretty decent racer all around. So here, I guess, no fans had access to this area of his pit crew, but they had a noose put in towards his garage area as a tool to threaten his life in like hillbilly fashion too. Yeah. Which it's just in
turn they actually let him go first or something. I don't remember what the whole thing was. I saw a small glimpse of it, but
what they did is, in a sign of solidarity, they pushed this car down before the race started. Everybody pushed this car down the end of pit road and followed behind it to show that they were behind them. That's what that was all about. All the drivers and the pit crews more or less Bubba's car down to the end of pit road.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you come you come to a NASCAR race for the competition. You come as a fan. Some people will come to watch how fast a car can actually go.
Sure, camaraderie. There's competition. It's crazy.
Now, just like anything else, a lot of racists have woken up and said to themselves, "Wait a second, we got to do something racist again, just to prove a superior mentality exists in threatening fashion." I mean,
I've been pretty sick, honestly, of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like all these social media sites, as far as like showing all these videos of like black people beating up white people and white people beating up black people. And like they're old videos, you have no idea when they're from, where, when they took place. Like recently, there was a video of this large black guy beating up an old man in a grocery store.
I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one just came out. There was one of the black gentleman walking down the road, I think somewhere in New York, and pushing this old lady almost out into the street.
Yeah, I saw one of an Oriental guy getting backed up by, I want to say Antifa. I can't keep up anymore, though. I can't,
I don't know.
One of them.
The story with that guy pushing that old lady is, he was arrested. He was arrested 40-some times before in the past.
Yeah, he was arrested again. I'm glad that they found him. But...
He was actually scheduled to appear in court for assault this week, actually it was. Okay. Before he pushed her and she banged her head off the fire hydrant.
That's an atrocity, man. Like seriously, why are people beating up on the elderly? Like, to take out their aggression on somebody. To take out your aggression on somebody that's older, much, much older than you. Like, even in the stories that we shared last week of the people, like, dumping people out of wheelchairs. Dude, I just seen another video of a guy dumping a guy out in a wheelchair on a it was either a train or a subway or something like that. And he knocked this old lady out of the wheelchair, and he took the freaking wheelchair and took it out of the train and tried to run down the aisle, and people were awestruck by this guy doing it.
Well, yeah, that's a common reaction with anybody getting dumped out of a wheelchair.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is what has come to. This is what it's come to, man. This is this is just what we're seeing now of happening, because now everybody has a camera on their phone. So how many times it's happened in the 90s without cameras on phone? Because just think, if you had a camera in the 90s, you had to go walking around. Oh my god! I'm sure that was.
If you saw your rich neighbor with a slightly smaller one, the little CD in the side. But you would, no one would ever do that with those big cameras on the phone. But now people are showing themselves on almost like a hidden camera. You pull it in your old pocket, record, walk the streets for a little bit, and watch people out of a wheelchair.
Dude, they have everything. They have camera buttons, camera pens. They got GoPros. They got GoPros for in every size that you could fit on anywhere on your body.
Yeah, people out there that are worried about the government always keeping us on camera, and we're doing it all by ourselves.
Oh yeah.
But they're probably like, you know what? We're going to spy on the American people, but they are doing a great job just getting the footage for us. No pay.
It's really sad, but I don't know, man.
Speaking of really sad, Trump had some very low numbers. The lowest some people have.
It's a good segue.
Look at that. I'm stealing that segue action from you every now and then. But,
I like it.
Yeah. They actually had some pretty low numbers. Apparently people were, the millennials, if they want to be deemed that way. Some people,
they're called Zoomers. Zoomers.
Now, it was deemed to be for the safety of all Americans. They actually reserved tickets and to never show up, so that way there wouldn't be that many people there. Yeah. It would count as a taken seat sort of thing. So they're like, man, we're gonna have 1 million people here, and the money was still taken or whatever.
Dude, the money was way taken, and that's the funny thing for me. Like, you paid for a seat, and you're not gonna show up out of your solidarity for certain movements or against that policy. And
not even that. I mean, if you think about it, the money spent was how much money was spent to save a life of somebody that may have gotten coronavirus there.
Yeah. That's true.
You're spending $40 for somebody that you don't even know, and you definitely don't share the same political beliefs as they do.
Yeah.
Just to not show up and space them out. So it's that's the way I took it. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy, And then Trump showed everybody how he could. Donald Trump, I mean, he's a showman. You gotta love his speeches. They're hilarious sometimes. Sometimes they're radical. You just can't keep your eyes off it. Tony, you love a train wreck. I love a train wreck. Sparky loves a train wreck. This guy got a round of applause for drinking water in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to prove that he could do it, and they cheered him on like it was the first time they ever saw somebody put their mouth up to a glass.
Oh, look at him. Oh, boy, he coughed. Yay!
What are you going to do, show off your dance moves with the hokey pokey next? I put my left foot in, I put my left foot out. Actually, it was right foot. When I changed it, it's different now. I made it better. It's like...
I made the dance, man.
It's like changing up the rules for a kid at their birthday party, only it's not that kid's birthday party. He's just yelling a lot, and his parents are rich. And you're like, I guess we'll accommodate.
Yeah.
Low numbers. Joe Biden actually had a rally also. This just shows you how unenthusiastic people are about both candidates right about now. Joe Biden had a space it out kind of rally.
He did.
Where there were still empty chairs. And
tons of empty chairs.
Hats off to the photographer after getting bored for a while and taking pictures of some empty chairs. Because, what the hell?
They can do what they always do in or what they were doing over in Japan right now, with the baseball teams. Did you see?
Was it Japan or South Korea?
I believe it's both, actually. I believe both right now. But South Korea was filling up their stands with stuffed animals.
I saw that. Yeah. Which
I can see that happening at a Trump rally and a Biden rally.
Mason. Just a bunch of Melania sex dolls behind them. Get a beautiful crowd.
I made that one out of her vagina.
Very obedient. Presses a piano keyboard for a round of applause.
Yeah, it's just a touch keypad on his wrist.
Yeah. It's trying to use the technology. What do you got there?
There's the election picture for this year.
Okay, you got Trump there, and then what's the other one? The other one's Biden car. And
they're both a train wreck. They're both a train wreck, buddy.
Train wreck. I love it.
Choo choo.
It is looking to be kind of a train wreck on that one, but I don't know. It was believable. I was talking to your brother about that actually with the numbers. I actually looked up the population of Tulsa, Oklahoma, people over the age of 18 registered Republican.
Yeah, which is like 42, right?
No, they're a pretty high Republican state in that. Okay. So I think the number was like 20,000, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, so 20,000. Where's he getting 1 million? Some people are reporting 400,000. I'm like, that still doesn't add up. That's
quite a stretch.
Yeah, then I took the whole population of the state of Oklahoma, and they wouldn't give me the over 18 number. I couldn't find it, and then I'm thinking to myself, why am I doing this? I know it's a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not even anything close in Oklahoma.